Hey guys. So, I know that, you're probably feeling, confused about, the title of the video. Like, what? I, he never does, story times, but, something actually happened in real life that I, kind of want to, make a story about, because it's kind of funny. You guys probably want something, on the screen, visually, while I'm talking. So I'm just gonna play some Eternal Towers of Hell while recording. So just a sec. So, um, so, um, yesterday, at the time of recording this, I was, um, just having a normal day. I was doing my homework in my kitchen, and I heard some kind of noise. It sounded like rustling and rattling and stuff. And I couldn't see anything anywhere on that floor of the house. So I went upstairs and I told my mom, and she said that it was probably just the neighbors next door. But then she started hearing a huge amount of noise, a lot, you know. And at that point we both kind of thought that there was a intruder in our house. So she started walking down the stairs. She was trying to find a weapon or something, because she actually thought there was something in our house. And then we both started hearing squeaking, and she said it's an animal, because humans don't make those sounds. And I just waited for her to say something when she went downstairs, and I just heard her yell, "Oh my god, there's a squirrel in the house." And I ran downstairs, and there is a squirrel climbing our TV. And neither of us had any idea how a squirrel could have gotten in our house, Squirrels are supposed to be outside. So she told me to hold our front door open so that she could try to rush it out. And when after a little bit of trying to rush it out, it ended up running upstairs, and she lost it. So we were both very surprised and also annoyed. We were actually pretty annoyed because there's a squirrel in the house. And after a little bit, she came back downstairs and told me how she lost the squirrel, and this was pretty surprising. So then, we went on our front porch, and she called one of our family members, and they said that squirrels can go under doors and stuff, and they love peanut butter, so you can lure them with peanut butter. So that was kind of helpful, but we didn't exactly know where the squirrel was, and so, I just stood outside, and my mom went upstairs. She went upstairs, and she said that she was gonna sit in her office and just wait to hear any kind of noises, and she came down 30 minutes later and said she heard nothing. This was annoying, So, after that, my dad came home from work and we told him about what happened. And my dad also brought home my baby brother who is in daycare. So what happened was actually before he brought my brother home, he went to my mom had texted him and told him about what had happened. And he went to a store and bought some to go get some like traps, you know. And when he came back, he said that they only had non-humane traps. So, yeah, the squirrel was gonna die if it went inside. And what ended up happening was these traps were basically how they worked is you were supposed to put some kind of food into. So they were long black tubes with like little holes in them on each side, and you were supposed to put food in the middle of it, and then when the like rodent would go inside, there'd be like things that were like jaws inside, and they would snap down and break the animal's neck. That's what it was meant to do. My dad couldn't really had a little bit of trouble, like figuring it out. And what happened was like, we had to like eat dinner, so we started eating, hearing like some squirrel noises. Awesome. And my baby brother, like 2-year-old brother, literally went and put like his whole hand inside of the trap, and it clamped down on his hand, and yeah, we were all kind of scared in that moment because he was like screaming so much, and both of my parents, after like literally like 20 seconds, were finally able to open back the trap. And yeah, I was really scared when that happened, So yeah. And what we did was we got like okay. Oh man, okay. Sorry, I can't really focus right now because I'm doing this hobby. So after, my dad put away the trap, and he went back to the store and got some humane ones. And what these humane ones were they were just cages, but it had like a sensor, so when it sensed that something was inside, it would close it would just close the cage so it couldn't get out. And my dad laid like one of them in our living room because we were hearing some kind of noises of the squirrel in our like kitchen. I mean living room. So he put it there. And we kept hearing some noises, but eventually we had to put my little brother to bed, and then I had to go to bed. And when I woke up the next day, my dad had gone to work. Bro, the trap still had nothing in it, but I was still hearing some squirrel noises. So apparently overnight my dad had put down 2 more traps. So that we'd be able to catch it easier. And what happened was, I was like annoyed that we still had this thing in our house, and when I came back from school, my mom told me this crazy like story. So so at some point she came downstairs to make like some breakfast or something because she works from home, and she said that in the kitchen she made eye contact with the squirrel. And oh, okay. And she saw that the squirrel had eaten our cat. Had eaten our cat's like food. That was annoying too. But what happened was what ended up happening was she moved the other two traps to be up the stairs, and later there was like, so that like later she just like went upstairs to like work in her office, and then she heard a clamp. And when she looked outside, and right outside of her office, she had put down one of the traps, and inside the trap was the squirrel. But right in front of the trap was our cat, and she has a theory that because the squirrel, our cat might have seen the squirrel eating her food. And she chased it up the stairs, and it went to hide in the cage, but then it closed. So then my mom picked up the cage and let the squirrel out. But like, it was so annoying because like going to bed, I legit was like feeling like I need to like be on guard because I could wake up with a squirrel scratching my face. That didn't happen, but when I was in bed, I definitely heard some noises. We don't actually know how it got in, and we still don't know if it peed or pooped anywhere, But yeah, that was it was a crazy thing that happened. Like, I don't know, man. But probably the weirdest thing that's pretty much ever happened to me. I don't know why I wanted to make a video on this. I kind of just felt like it was video worthy. Sorry that this isn't entirely a Roblox video. I wanted to do a Dead Rails video. Like last week or something. Just like what happened was like I was going to record it. But then, for some reason, my channel kind of, like, gained 40 subscribers in, like, 2 hours, which doesn't happen, but, I just saw that and was like, I need to make a 50 subscriber special, and I did it, and, of course, it's super cringe, but, yeah, I didn't have time to make the Dead Rose video, and then this happened, so, yay. But, yeah. I'm just gonna end the video, I guess. Weird story, right? Wish I could animate so you could like so you didn't all have to visualize like what everything looked like, but I can't. So, yeah. All right, yeah, that's pretty much the entire video. Yeah. See you guys in the next video. Bye.